I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
In recent weeks, we've seen an alarming trend in the media landscape, a growing disconnect between major programs and the general public. Shows like The View and other ABC productions are at the forefront of this controversy, with their polarizing content alienating more and more viewers. The frustration stems from the relentless push of political agendas, leaving audiences exhausted and uninterested. Today, we're diving deep into one of the key figures behind this shift, Sunny Hostin, and analyzing her role in this ongoing media backlash. Let's focus on Sunny Hostin, one of the most polarizing personalities on The View. Known for her outspoken and often controversial takes, Hostin has become a lightning rod for debate, particularly due to her relentless criticism of Donald Trump. Her sharp remarks and uncompromising opinions often dominate conversations on the show, leaving little room for balanced discourse. While her views resonate strongly with a specific niche audience, they've also triggered widespread backlash. Critics argue that her commentary often strays from constructive discussion, veering instead into emotionally charged, personal bias.
How can you say something like this with a straight face?
And when you think about the worst moments in American history,
News.
You know, like World War II,
Oh my God.
things that happened, you know, like the Holocaust, chattel
News.
slavery. We need to never forget, because past becomes prologue if you forget any race.
Hostin has positioned herself as a fierce critic of Trump and his policies, but her approach has led many to question whether her perspective is fueled by genuine concern or an underlying personal vendetta. Over time, her tone has become increasingly divisive, alienating viewers who tune in for thoughtful debate rather than partisan rhetoric. Her tendency to interject her political opinions into nearly every topic, regardless of relevance, has been called out as a major flaw by critics, further damaging her credibility. Moreover, Sunny Hostin's influence extends beyond the confines of The View. As one of the show's most vocal hosts, her statements are amplified across social media and news outlets, sparking heated discussions that often spiral into controversy. Some see her as a champion for progressive values, while others see her as emblematic of a larger issue in media, a focus on sensationalism over substance.
I saw you on The View.
Yeah, yeah. So that's been overwhelming my past couple days. So I just went in there, did my thing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sunny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know.
Sunny Hostin's most recent controversy centers on her explosive reaction to Donald Trump's inauguration as the 47th President of the United States. During a heated segment on The View, Hostin unleashed a scathing critique of Trump's actions, particularly his signing of multiple executive orders. She described these orders as reckless and harmful, claiming they would disfigure America by rolling back progress on diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) initiatives. According to Hostin, these moves represent a deliberate attempt to undermine values she believes are central to modern society. In her critique, Hostin went beyond policy concerns and accused Trump of wielding his power in an authoritarian manner, likening his presidency to that of a king. She painted a picture of a leader focused solely on consolidating control and disregarding the well-being of American citizens. Her pointed remarks didn't stop there. She also expressed outrage over what she deemed Trump's unprofessional demeanor during the inauguration, calling his behavior shocking and embarrassing. From his actions during the ceremony to his speech, Hostin's disapproval extended to nearly every aspect of the event. Her statements have sparked a firestorm of debate. Supporters of Hostin argue that she is speaking truth to power, highlighting the potential consequences of Trump's policies and leadership style.
You guys to see of Sunny Hostin on The View, Tom, basically implicating her husband in this type of a scheme. Play the clip, Rob.
Like my husband, you know, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance, and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
However, critics question whether her commentary reflects genuine concerns about the administration or is driven by a deep-seated personal vendetta against Trump. Many argue that her language, laden with hyperbole and emotion, undermines her credibility and turns what could be a constructive critique into a polarizing rant. Furthermore, Hostin's claims about Trump's executive orders have faced scrutiny. Critics have accused her of exaggerating the impact of these decisions and dismissing the perspectives of those who support the policies. Her assertion that these orders will lead to an echo chamber of loyalty to Trump has been labeled as alarmist, with detractors pointing out that such rhetoric only serves to further divide an already polarized audience. Sunny Hostin has long positioned herself as a vocal advocate for diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, and her criticism of Trump's alleged rollback of DEI initiatives is among her most passionate stances. She has described DEI as the core of entertainment and a cornerstone of fair representation across industries, from media to government. According to Hostin, DEI policies are essential for ensuring that individuals from all backgrounds, regardless of ethnicity, gender, or socioeconomic status, have opportunities to thrive and contribute to society. She has argued that removing these initiatives risks eroding the progress made in representation, creating barriers for underrepresented groups.
And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yes.
It's like people should look at him and say, you know, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean?
Hostin's rhetoric, however, has deeply divided audiences. Supporters applaud her for championing a cause they see as critical to fostering a more equitable society, particularly in industries like entertainment, where diverse perspectives play a crucial role in shaping culture. They argue that her defense of DEI reflects a commitment to justice and fairness. On the other hand, critics accuse her of over-politicizing the issue, using it as a platform to push her personal agenda rather than fostering meaningful dialogue. Some claim her statements are overly dramatic, framing the rollback as an apocalyptic scenario rather than a policy debate. Her focus on DEI has also sparked conversations about the balance between merit and representation. While Hostin argues that DEI creates opportunities for underrepresented groups, detractors suggest that it risks prioritizing identity over qualifications, which they believe undermines the concept of meritocracy. This ongoing debate has amplified Hostin's polarizing presence on The View and added fuel to the broader cultural divide. Moreover, her framing of Trump's policies as an attack on DEI has drawn scrutiny from those who feel she oversimplifies complex issues to fit her narrative. These critics argue that her approach alienates audiences who might otherwise engage with a nuanced discussion on the topic. By drawing such stark lines between progress and regression, Hostin risks alienating moderate viewers who are tired of hyper-partisan rhetoric. As her comments continue to polarize, they reflect a broader challenge in media, balancing advocacy with accessibility and ensuring that discussions remain inclusive for all perspectives. It's no secret that The View has been struggling. Reports suggest the show has lost millions of viewers over the past few months, with Sunny Hostin's controversial takes being a key factor in the decline. Critics argue that her comments, along with those of co-hosts like Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar, have transformed the show from a balanced discussion platform into a politically charged program that alienates its audience. This decline isn't unique to The View. Across the board, audiences are growing tired of political narratives being forced into their entertainment. From movies to video games, the constant insertion of political commentary has left viewers feeling fatigued. People are looking for escapism, not lectures, and this frustration is becoming increasingly evident in declining ratings and rising criticism. Sunny Hostin's sharpest and most frequent criticisms are reserved for Donald Trump, and she holds nothing back when expressing her disdain. Over the years, she has accused him of being self-centered, unprofessional, and even a compulsive liar. Her critiques, however, reached new heights during Trump's recent inauguration, where she unleashed a series of pointed remarks targeting everything from his policies to his personal demeanor.
She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want
care. She doesn't.
Hostin singled out Trump's executive orders, claiming they were reckless and harmful, and went so far as to describe them as actions that would disfigure America. She characterized his leadership style as authoritarian, likening his behavior to that of a king abusing his power. Beyond the policy critiques, her disapproval extended to his demeanor during the inauguration ceremony, which she called shocking and embarrassing. According to Hostin, Trump's actions, such as wielding a sword to cut a ceremonial cake, were unprofessional and unbecoming of a president, making the event feel more like a parody than a formal ceremony. Her comments have also reignited debates about the role of media personalities in political discourse. Detractors argue that by using such inflammatory language, Hostin feeds into the cycle of division and partisanship that already plagues public dialogue. They contend that her personal attacks contribute to the erosion of constructive debate, making it harder for audiences to focus on the actual issues at hand. Moreover, some critics point out that Hostin's remarks often come across as deeply personal, almost as if fueled by a vendetta rather than a genuine desire to inform or educate. This perception has led to accusations that she is more interested in stirring controversy than engaging in meaningful discourse. Even among those who disagree with Trump, her approach has drawn criticism for being counterproductive, as it reinforces the idea that media figures are more focused on scoring political points than fostering understanding. The personal nature of Hostin's attacks also serves to deepen the polarization between Trump supporters and his detractors. Rather than swaying opinions or sparking meaningful dialogue, her remarks tend to cement existing divides, pushing supporters to double down in their defense of Trump while reinforcing the views of his critics. This dynamic highlights the broader challenge facing media personalities today: how to critique powerful figures without alienating audiences or perpetuating partisan divisions. All of this points to a larger issue: the growing disconnect between media personalities and their audiences. Shows like The View seem out of touch with what viewers actually want, leading to declining ratings and increasing frustration. As audiences continue to demand more neutral and inclusive content, it's becoming clear that this disconnect could have long-term consequences for the media landscape. Sunny Hostin's controversial remarks and actions are a reflection of the wider issues within politicized media. From falling ratings to rising backlash, her story is just one piece of the puzzle. But what do you think? Are audiences right to reject these narratives, or is there more to the story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates on this and other stories.